There you have it, DedSec. The big contract.
You want to target Skye Larson?
Oh, I want to do more than that. Problem is, Larson hasn't been seen in public in nearly 2 years, and he can't kill a hologram. I've been trying to track her down. I found a home here in London, but that, well...
Yo, Skye Larson's fucking clever. She's an AI goddess. She automated hospitals, camps. She built Bagley, bruv. What's she done that's so bad?
Plenty. But you need to see for yourself. A mansion's in Westminster. The things you'll see in there.
She disconnected.
Bagley, find me Larson's gaff.
Of course, I'll just crack open the yellow pages. Oh look, there she is, right under B, for billionaires who obviously don't publicise their home address, you sweet dumb baby. I've narrowed it down to St James's Square, but that's the best I can do.
Ask Knight then, she'll tell us.
Tried already, she's offline.
I don't know what Nout saw in that place, bruv. But gal was pretty shook. Can't be good.
Whoops! Excuse me.
Auto drive now enabled.
Coming up in today's episode of The Upload, we're talking about how Bagley managed to conquer London. Pretty much my favourite topic. I could talk for hours about the rise of the AI system. It's easy to forget about its origins. It's so present everywhere we go now. Bagley just kind of blends into the background.
Bagley is the service AI that's present in every Optic device. Whether you're using the Optic, Bagley will be there. The AI is streamed to your Optic from Bloom's central command center, and it was first created by Skye Larson, our tech hero, as part of her techno-utopian idea for the world. Why do you think it grew so quickly?
In my mind, it's no surprise that Bagley became so popular. It's funny, useful, fast. It's a great companion and really just makes life so much easier. I mean, when you look back at all the service AIs that used to exist, they just can't compete. When you ask Bagley anything, there's a quick answer and loads of information available to you. One day, I let Bagley answer all of my messages for a whole 24 hours and no one even noticed the difference.
The other competitors really just couldn't compete with Bagley. Their answers were so much worse, they didn't understand anything, and Bagley pretty much gets everything right first time. Do you have any idea why Bagley really beat all the competition?
Well, it's really the data, isn't it? Ever since Broker hooked up with Bloom, that's when things changed.
And really, that's not actually that great. Bloom has data on everybody. They collect information about everything you're doing across the web through your Optic headset. Isn't the AI only good because of Bloom's surveillance?
Well, I suppose so, but I prefer not to talk about that side of things. Bagley is so special because it's been trained on this huge cache of information. That's how these AI systems work, or at least used to work. I mean, we don't really know that much about the latest version because there's so much secrecy around the tech. But they're given this huge amount of training data. It's basically a huge database that's used to teach the AI about patterns in behavior. You know, so if you always travel the same way to your house, it can predict when you're going to go and get a self-driving car ready for you before you even ask for it.
That's pretty terrifying. In some ways, I don't want this data to drive my life. It understands too much at times. Have you heard some of the rumours around the hacked version of Bagley?
I've heard mutterings, yes.
I've heard it's been used by DedSec.
I wouldn't put it past them. It's pretty well known that they're not fans of Bloom. But the idea of a souped-up version of Bagley, given its...
Hey, I found Sky's... No, wait. The property here is owned by someone called Sky LaFantano. No E. What are the odds?
You're listening to The Bug.
Nibbling away on the rotting carcass of a once free...
None of these buildings are owned by Sky Larson. Incidentally, reading through property records and cross-referencing names is a real bore. And it only takes me 3 seconds. I've scanned property records for the nearby houses and found nothing connecting them to Sky Larson. Her residence is not here.
Alice, hold the front page. Technology apparently is here to stay. There's no way around that now. Much as I'd like to go back to the 18th century and see if we can have another crack at the Industrial Revolution and get it less wrong this time. But new tech is creating 4,000 jobs. Count them all, 4,000. 4,000 new jobs thanks to this new tech investment.
I mean, that's a very exciting thing if you're someone who wants to work in the tech sector, but I can only assume that this tech investment has created 4,000 jobs that will immediately be taken by robots.
Even if they're not, there'll be jobs that no one in their right, sane mind would actually want to do, but that's the price of progress, I guess. And we have to embrace the way technology is taking over everything, because maybe this is a ray of hope for us in this darkened universe, that technology will in fact render us all obsolete, and we won't need humans at all, because look at the bad things that are happening now. What is the common denominator behind all of them?
I don't know, Andy, tell me.
All the bad things that are happening now, all the bad things that have ever happened, all involved human beings. They're always involved whenever anything goes wrong from the very dawn of time. And think of this, an automated Nigel Cass, surely a step up on the human Nigel Cass. You could even program it to have a tiny, tiny sliver of conscience. And if you had an automated Prime Minister, you could program it to be occasionally in the goddamn country. So that's, again, it's a step forward.
Again, I insist that there's never been a Prime Minister, Andy. I've never seen him, I've never heard of him. The only times I ever hear what the Prime Minister does is it's when nothing happens.
I mean, it has reached the point where, and I've thought this for a long time, we would be better off if the Prime Minister was a watermelon. No, it would be, I think we'd all be happy with that. We'd all know where we stood.
You hear him being praised for his diplomatic skills all the times, but the best mark of diplomacy is when nothing happens. So good diplomacy is indistinguishable from him doing absolutely nothing.
You are listening to The Bug. 4,000 new dream jobs for everyone. All I can say, Alice, is that I'm very glad that my children studied drama at school, because that has set them up for life in modern Britain. That is the one core skill they need, the ability to pretend that they are living happy and fulfilled lives, that they have jobs that are worth doing, and that they're making the planet a better place, and that they control their own destinies, and that they have even a parody of a private life, and that they can smile without crying. That's what drama teaches them to do. Crucial skills in this day and age. Of course, it's not just the jobs that have been technologicalised beyond all recognition, it is also all reality. Thanks once again to Optic. According to Bloom, the Optic system is now the most secure it's ever been. And, well, of course, I mean, it's so convenient, Optic, isn't it? It saves us so much time and hassle trying to exist in a kind of realm of reality. We don't even need to bother with that. I mean, sure, the government has hacked into my soul and now basically monitors my every waking moment and thought. But at least I don't have to type, where's my nearest coffee shop, into a search engine. At least I don't have to waste anything between 8 and 12 seconds every day going online to look up how to make a bowl of muesli. And at least I'm not frittering away my precious mental energies thinking, what do I actually think?
Optic is so secure, Andy. It's more secure than a teenage girl reading a women's magazine. It's more secure than a comedian with a drinking problem. It's more secure than a young man who's just got his first motorcycle license.
Finally, before we go today, bug off to the Prime Minister, who has once again FRO'd to who knows where this week. He sure as hell is not here in London. I remember back in the day, Alice, when our Prime Ministers were either incompetent or crooked, but not both at once. But actually, no, I can remember them being both at once. But incompetent, crooked, and not even in the country, that is one impressive triple whammy. I've had Lions longer than his longest spell on British soil in this last year. It's this halfway house I can't stand. Either come back and do your job, or leave the planet entirely. I'm pretty sure there must be a spare space station knocking around where he can go and entertain himself for the rest of the time. Can we crowdfund it? Tell you, let's make a cryptocurrency out of something and crowdfund it that way. What have you got spare? Jelly beans? Are they still legal?
He's away so often, Andy. I'm starting to think he doesn't like the country.
That is all from the bug today. Fly away, bugs. We are done.
When a startup advertised passive income to anyone willing to enlist their autonomous vehicle in their networked taxi service, many people jumped at the opportunity. The hidden catch? Their cars were being used to ferry drug shipments. Join us at GBB for the full story.
Coming up today on The Upload, we're talking about Skye Larson, the enigmatic founder of Broker Tech. Everyone knows her name, but no one knows too much about her. We only really see her these days as a hologram. She was pretty young when she launched Broker Tech, the company that is best known for introducing Bagley to the world. Nowadays, it's hard to remember a world before Bagley.
Bagley is the most advanced, significant AI of our time, and it's really blown all the other AIs that were created out of the water. And I think that what Skye Larson's done with Bagley is absolutely incredible.
Yeah, I mean, I can't really imagine the optic without it. But what do you know about Skye Larson herself?
Not a lot, other than that she's actually pretty incredible. I've followed her work for a long time, and she's always been a pretty private person. I know that she supposedly grew up in the countryside, but there isn't actually that much more we know about her other than this tech that she's put out into the world.
I've always found it a bit creepy that she's so obsessed with this idea of transhumanism.
Why wouldn't you be? When you've got a mind as amazing as Skye's, why wouldn't you want to take what you've got and actually augment it by working with technology, by improving your physical self, changing your body and the world around you, implementing more technology to extend your life and really sort of extend human capabilities?
You sound pretty much in love with Skye Larson, I have to say.
I can't comment on that, but I am a big fan of her work. She's been one of these people that has transformed the world around us, and just watching how her mind works from afar is pretty incredible, because some of what the technology she's introduced has changed how we all live our lives, and Bagley has been this really incredible assistance to humanity as a whole. Did I ever tell you that I actually interviewed Skye Larson once?
Really? I thought she never spoke to the media or anything.
So this was a long time ago, back in the day when she was a little bit more accessible.
Skye Larson's residence is nearby.
Let's have a look around. Very nice. Don't think I've seen the last of these.
Ecosystem has adapted well.
You appear to be someone interested in helping London.
DedSec, then? Good. Help me destroy my life's work.
Come again?
I used to work in a pharmaceutical lab. Then one day, my boss stole all my research and sold it to bloody Albion. Word is, they're running tests in some secret military lab. Whatever twisted stuff they're doing in there, I can't be complicit. Can you destroy my files? Please. I'll give you all the intel I have.
All right. No time to waste then.
Thank you. You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours.
Come here.
Ecosystem has adapted well.
Rubbish this is. Apologies. Turn around and move on, or else.
Profiling an Albion guard. Imagine the levels of access and places we could infiltrate if we converted the PMC over to our side.
All units, I say again, all units, we have reports of a hostile in your area, over.
Monitoring for unusual activity.
Received, we are trailing the target. Can anyone see the suspect? Terminating the search. Control. Put out an APW.
Oh my god. This house does not belong to Sky Larson, but why do you suppose they leave their front gate open? Well, this building has a not at all suspicious profile. The property is owned by Kakani Medical, but there are records of basement digging paid for by Brokertech. I believe you just found Sky Larson's London residence, famously vacated 2 years ago after Larson stopped making public appearances. I'd say a nice neighbourly wellness check is about due, wouldn't you?
Oh, God!
Welcome home, Sky Larson. I am pleased you have returned after a prolonged absence.
Play along.
Perhaps some music as you get comfortable. What would you like to listen to?
Classical only, please.
Sky, you have not worked in your lab for quite some time. I'd like to update you on some of your more crucial projects. Please come downstairs when you're ready.
Bruv, keep a lookout for some rocket boots or cool shit like that.
Elevator locked. Apologies, Sky. I'm afraid I had to dispose of your perishables. Would you like me to place an order for meal delivery?
No, not now.
I can contact the Broker Tech Service Center if you are dissatisfied with house operations. Key activated. Elevator unlocked. Basement lab accessible. Welcome to your lab.
Mary, Mother of God, what do you all make of this?
You're too far underground to get a signal, so it looks like it's up to you to collect whatever intel you can.
Didn't think the property market would affect someone as rich as Sky. I mean, Jesus.
I've reconstructed some past experiments you might like to revisit. I hope they enhance your experience. Front door locked. Key activation required.
Shite.
Perhaps you would enjoy a stroll around the garden, Sky.
Well, it certainly didn't take long for us to find a dead body.
Ada. Odd. I didn't take Sky for an animal lover.
CTOS-AR. Data reconstruction in progress.
Take me inside. I'm tired. Let's stay in the gazebo a moment longer. Isn't it nice to be back home? This place isn't my home. It's a monstrosity. I'm sorry you don't like it, Mother. It was quite a project. Waste of money is what it is. Why go to so much trouble for such a foolish enterprise? Okay, I know you're scared. I would be too. But I will not leave your side until you're better. So now you know more than the doctors. There is no getting better. Oh, bloody wristband. Here. What are you doing? There are no more hospitals. No more doctors. I'm taking care of you now.
Someone's left a key code on the wristband. Perhaps that code will unlock the front door.
CTOS AR. Data reconstruction in progress.
The neural mapping procedure is completely safe. What is wrong with you? I said no. And that is final. I've been to the garage. I've seen what you did to Ada. Ada is alive and well. You call that alive? Sky, where do you get your twisted ideas? I will not become another of your sick creations. Sick? You think I'm sick? How do you think I became that way, Mother? Sky, listen to me. This is not your decision. I forbid it. And I am still your mother.
Apologies, Sky. I'm afraid I had to dispose of your perishables. Would you like...
Sorry, I didn't get that.
Apologies, Sky. Specimen name, Ada. Species, Border Collie. Neural upload status, alive and well.
For the love of God, that's the dog. She did this to a living fucking creature.
Perhaps you would like to go upstairs. Many mountains. Upstairs.
There, good girl.
Would you like to take a nap? I can adjust the lights accordingly.
Skye's bedroom. Scary to think that someone that psychotic could appear so banal.
CTOS AR. Data reconstruction in progress.
No. No drugs. How dare you? Not so bad, was it? How dare you? It's all under control. I'm here, your home. This isn't my home. This...
Perhaps you'd like to go downstairs with the others. Perhaps you'd like to join the others.
Where's the code for this door?
Now entering another of your sick creations.
What is this, Bagley?
CTOS AR. Data reconstruction in progress.
Neural mapping procedure ended at 1327. Subject passed away at 1329. That is a 2-minute post-scan deterioration, which is a significant improvement on the early days. Consider yourself lucky, Mother. Subject ready for neural deletion.
Now entering.
Records of this room's occupant here have been corrupt.
Sky Larson. Now enter my room.
Day 1 of the neural deletion procedure. Subject is 1. Sinead Larson. Activating now.
Sky. Where am I? I can't see.
Subject's lucidity confirms your latency on the code. The neural map is intact and fully functioning.
Subject?
We'll begin deleting lines of code now.
What? How? Oh my god. You disobeyed me.
That's enough, Mother.
Sweetheart, please, please don't do this to your old mom. Let me die in peace.
You never believed in me, Mother. But you'll believe now. Day 2. Motor strip is completely unnecessary. Control A, delete.
I feel ill.
Day 12. Preserve the limbic code for now. The emotional response is fascinating.
Please.
Day 20. Moving on to the frontal lobe. My new security system won't have any need to think for itself.
Sky, please. If you only knew the pain.
Temporal code. Diminish language function. Day 29. Finally, it will delete the limbic code.
How can I be of service, Sky?
Turn the light on and off. Very good. Play some music. You know what I like. Lovely. I think this new arrangement will work quite nicely. What do you think?
Oh, this is fucking disgusting. Her own mother?
It explains her process. She takes a fully modeled human mind and then chops bits of it until she can control it. That's quite troubling.
Please, help me.
You never thought I was Sky, did you? You just wanted to show me the truth, what she did to you.
Yes, welcome. I don't know. You, I can't see. I'm afraid. I'm afraid.
I'm trying to find your daughter. Can you help me?
Yes. I need your help. I don't want to live like this. Sky is twisted.
If you only knew the pain. Hold on, I'm trying to understand. You'll tell me where Sky is if I kill you.
Yes. Let me die in peace.
How?
I've received the coordinates and a message that simply says thank you. Now, can we please get out of here?
DedSec, you there?
Is that you, Knight?
I'm upstairs. Coming up when you're ready.
You went through that home yourself, didn't you?
Yeah. Her mother begged me to... I just couldn't. So now you see what's at stake. Daybreak is about to launch, and if it does, thousands more people are going to meet the same fate, and they won't all die. Sky will be free to torture them forever.
That AI, her mother, she gave me Sky's location.
She did? Oh, she's mint. So what do you say? Are we in this?
We'll deal with Sky if you watch our backs.
Dead good.
I don't know why I was even worried. I'm getting quite good at being in DedSec, I think.
You wouldn't have been recruited if DedSec thought you'd be killed that easily.
Is that meant to be a compliment? Thanks if it is.
Some days me want to mute the robot as well, but it's more help than not.
No movement during the scan.
Okay, is there a problem?
Well, the mission we retroactively named Operation Let's All Traumatize Ourselves in Sky Larson's Fun Dungeon was a complete success, and I've just decoded her secret hiding place.
Let's get to it then.
And right on cue, we just got a video message from Sky Larson.
Show me.
I don't know who the hell you think you are, or what you think you saw in my home, but I'm warning you, stay away. I've given my life to Daybreak, and I'm not gonna let some nobody take it away from me. I will track you down, and I will make your life very, very difficult. Because I can afford it. Can you?
How did she track us down?
Sky Larson built an iceberg smart mansion run by her digitally lobotomized mother, but this is the part you can't believe.
Maybe her mother deserved it. I know mine does.
She's scared. There's no other reason for her to threaten us.
She should be. Send me her coordinates.
I hope this isn't a bad time, but we need your particular skill set for something.
No problem.
I found a potential recruit for you. Drop in a pin on your map.
No, I did. No, I did do that. Yeah, I left it at home. Will you let me finish?
Come on, no need for that. Beekeeper, with horrible bees and everything.
Yeah, I haven't forgotten to dig out a cigarette. There's something happening.
The Bug.
Auto
nibbling
drive
away
now
on the
enabled.
rotting carcass of a once free Britain.
Yum yum.
Hello, Resistance fans. You're listening to the Bug Podcast, the objective voice of objection for this most objectionable world. I am Andy, not my real name, so good luck finding me, Monsieur Bloom. My real name is, in fact, Andrew, and I live in, note this down, a deluded pseudo-reality of my own making, which is, in fact, the most densely populated place on Earth these days. Overcrowded, some might say. Joining me, as always, my next-door neighbour in these Netherlands of nonsense. It's Alice.
Yes, indeed, it is Alice. Alice, who the bleep is Alice? I am not going to tell you that, but you can just sort of sense it from the timbre of my voice.
Let's spin the wheel and find out where we're getting today's news from. Here. It's coming from here. I must get a new wheel with at least one other place on it. And the headline today, Alice, our borders are safe. We can all sleep easy in our well-bordered beds. 4,000 illegals were deported last month. These illegal people breaking the law just by existing. And of course, illegality is contagious. It can osmose through your skin just by standing next to an illegal person. So we've got rid of 4,000 of them. My question for you, Alice, is why only 4,000? Is that really enough? I will not feel safe until at least another 75 million people have been deported from this country, and I'm here in Britain on my own.
As a bleeding heart lefty, Andy, I would normally be outraged about this, but really I think mass deportation is a very handy way to break up with a partner. I'm sorry, baby, I love you, but an anonymous source has reported you for snoring really loudly in a French way.
So everyone out, no exceptions, Alice, not even you. It's for the good of the country. Everyone out, unless you can prove that your family are in the background of the Bayeux Tapestry cheering on King Harold at the Battle of Hastings in 1066. Get out! Actually, that's not British enough. Unless you can show, unarguably, that your direct bloodline is untainted by anything since before the Romans. Actually, scratch that. Unless your direct ancestor was personally responsible for building Stonehenge, get out of my country. I guess when you look at it, you know, the best ways to stop immigration, apart from, obviously, the end of the world, to make the place you want to stop people coming to as unpleasant as possible. So,
well, we absolutely are doing that, Andy.
Well, you know, fair play to the government for helping us with that. Another option, extend the White Cliffs of Dover. They've been resting on their laurels for too long. Very inefficient, it turns out, as a means of stopping immigration. We need to extend them by about another 11,000 miles, a full wrap around Great Britain, and they could do with being about 1.5 kilometres higher as well, with a special greasy coating to stop people clambering over the top or however they get in. Here's a quick joke for you, Alice, about immigration. Did you hear the one about the woman who went into the immigration processing centre and was ever seen again?
No, Andy, I didn't hear that one.
Boom. Set up, punchline. Classic. For those of you unfamiliar with it, the immigration processing centre is, of course, where so many of our guests to Britain go for a longer than desirable game of involuntary hide and seek. You are listening to The Bug. I will conclude by saying, out of all the things wrong with Britain today, I think immigration is right up there, Alice. When you think of all the health professionals we've stolen from overseas over the years here in Britain, it's quite possible that all these people are just coming here to try to get an appointment with their local doctor.
Yes, Andy, certainly as someone who came from the expanded arm of the empire when Britain was still reaching out rather than folding in on itself, most of us just come here to visit our stuff in the museums.
It's the British way.
Speaking of international movement, Britain has recalled all European ambassadors after a spy scandal. I think this is probably a good thing, because British foreign politicians are always putting their foot in their mouths. How much worse can they do if they're not there? I mean, by definition, the fact that there's a spy scandal means that they were terrible spies. The point of spies is that there's never a spy scandal.
Yeah, but let's give credit to all the spies that haven't been in scandals and therefore might as well not exist.
Well, they've arrested those German spies in that SIRS crackdown on the illegals in Hackney, and I think that's a sad thing. I think I used to think of Germans as quite scary, but that was because I'd been watching World War II movies where the Germans all have English accents. They speak in that very, like, precise way. It's very, you know, we have ways of making you talk, and now Germans all have that American accent. So it's all like, oh, welcome to the party.
You have arrived at your destination, Bloom Complex.
All this time she's been holed up in Bloom.
Ever since Larson sold, well, me, to Bloom, she's maintained close ties with the company.
This just gets better and better.
Finding Sky here will be like finding a needle in a 600 tall haystack. We'll need Bloom server data to narrow things down.
Okay, I'm on it.
no, no, no!